Hello, the Women of Excellence Advocate, and I'm so glad you are here with me. Thank you, Amber Caree, for joining. Thank you to those I missed. Today, this week, I will be talking about the 5 C's of a successful relationship. Hello to all those who are joining. I'm talking about the 5 C's of a successful relationship. Yes, I'm Patricia Shaw, the Women of Excellence Advocate. I am a certified professional relationship coach. Thank you to those who are joining. And I have an ebook that's available on my website for free. It's called The 5 C's of a Successful Relationship. Thank you to all those who are joining. And I did tell some of my periscopers that I would be talking about this book or talking from this book all week. So thank you to those. Thank you, Sugalore, and for everyone who is with me tonight. I have my wonderful husband, Michael, here with me. And we are a team, 26 years strong, Team Shaw. Thank you for all those who are coming on. I appreciate it. I am Patricia Shaw, the Women of Excellence Advocate. If you are connected with me, I'd love for you to connect with me. And I have made this ebook available free of charge on my website, womenofexcellence.biz. And you can go and grab a copy if you like. I will be discussing from this ebook all week the 5 C's of a successful relationship. And the first C is
communication. That's right.
No, the first C.
Well, you expect me to remember that?
You read it. The first C is commitment.
Oh, commitment.
Yes. So, the 5 C's of a successful relationship. The first C is commitment. I do. I said I do to this lovely man 26 years ago. And I still say I do to him.
Really?
Listen to him. Don't y'all pay him no mind. So in the ebook, I talk about things that you have to do on a daily basis to keep the I do in the relationship, to keep the I do as part of the commitment. I started out, you want to say something?
No.
I started out by saying, as women, oftentimes, some women, they feel that they have to coerce a man. They have to even make up in their mind if they want to say, I do. But if you are in the position, you've been with a man, I said that you went out on a few dates and everything jived. And so now you're at the point where he is or has asked you to marry him. And so if you really feel that you have to make up in your mind that he's the one, I say no. There was nothing about the relationship I was in with my husband while we were dating that really ever gave me the thought that he wasn't the one. As a matter of fact, I talk about this in the 5 C's of a successful relationship. I talk about how I really didn't know what to look for in a good husband. I went to 2 women who, one had already had 26 years of marriage under her belt. The other one had 10 years of marriage. And so my husband had been on his job for 5 years. And she told me that showed stability. And then he had no children. That was something that was on my list of qualifications because I didn't have any children. Whatever. And so because he had no children, my mentor told me that showed respect. He had respect for himself because he was not going around spreading his seed. And it was something else. and the fact that he had a job, he could
Good
pay his
looking.
bills and things like that. So the 5 C's of a successful relationship. Now he
Sexual
said,
specimen
okay, he said he was good looking. So
and a
that
sexual
was
specimen.
something I was not looking for
Oh,
in a
really?
relationship. Because looks are fading. With age, looks fade.
My
And a
looks
lot of
haven't
times
faded.
people don't think about that. But our looks do fade as we get older. Now, the 5 C's of a successful relationship. The first one, commitment. 2, communication. 3, chirp. 4, coach. And 5, chemistry. I want to read something from the book. I said, mission possible. Your mission, should you decide to accept, is to have a loving and lasting relationship till death do us part. That is our mission in life, is to have a loving and lasting relationship in life. I've never wanted to be a person in a marriage and unhappy. There are so many people who are in relationships, they're married to people, and they're trying to figure out how to poison them without going to prison. And I've never wanted to be in a relationship like that. And so I am certainly thankful to God that I had I used the wisdom and advice from the 2 women who helped me, amen, when it came to saying I do to my husband. And so here we are, 26 years later. Yes. Commitment. As women, we miss all the relevant warning signs from a man. He's telling you, honey, you're just not looking or listening. A lot of times we are so intrigued with the wedding that we don't plan the marriage. Now, Patricia, what do you mean by that? We take 1 full year to plan a beautiful wedding, but take no steps to plan the marriage. Remember, I said a relationship is like a map. The better you plan out your route to avoid all known and possible roadblocks, the better the trip will be. So we make preparations for beautiful flowers, a nicely decorated reception hall, and a gorgeous church. But we fail to plan the rest of our life with the man of our dreams. A wedding lasts 1 day, but a marriage is supposed to last a lifetime. A relationship consists of 2 people, and these 2 people are very unique. So I go on to talk about from Genesis 2:7, it says, and the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. That's deep. So in the first part about commitment, I talk about the 2 wills of people coming together. I have a will, my husband has a will. So a lot of time, yes.
My will is stubborn.
Oh my God, did you hear that? He said his will is stubborn. Yes, his will was stubborn. And a lot of times we think as women, we can change a man, but repeat. Right. We can't change anyone, really. It's up to God to do all the changing. And a lot of times we think when we get in a relationship, oh, I'm doing all this and he's, loving me and he is going to change. That's what we have in our head. But a lot of times they don't change unless they want to change. And that's what I talk about will. I had a will, he had a will. And a lot of times when it comes to the will, I came with what I knew. He brought what he knew to the marriage. So if I came from a family where it was, I came from the household of a mother with a stepfather. He came from a household with both his mother and father. And so he brought into the marriage what he knew, and I brought into the marriage what I knew. And so together we had to make it work. And we had to bring our wills together so that we could come together and work as a team. We had to toss out what we actually had been taught and come together, because the Bible says we can reason together. And that's what we had to do.
Really?
We had to we had to come together and reason with one
The
another.
Bible said you're supposed to submit to me.
Okay, we're not even going to talk about that today. But in the commitment part, we had to come
part of your
together
commitment.
and reason together so that we could get along. Yes, that's later on. But I really would love for you to go and download the ebook, The 5 C's of a Successful Relationship. There are, you got me on the clock. There are so many marriages that fail, and I say that they fail because people don't really put the work in that's necessary for the relationship to work. One thing that a lot of people do, they spend a lot of time, or I'll say a lot more time working at their job than they put in on their marriage, something that's going to last forever. And I say that a lot because when people work on a job, the moment that there's a cut in the company's money, their funds, then they will eliminate you. And so you've put all these 90-hour weeks and 70-hour weeks into a job, and they could eliminate you at the drop of a dime. But we don't a lot of times put that much work and effort into our relationships. When we make a commitment, a lot of times we fail to realize that we make the commitment first to God and then second to our spouse. So let's remember that, ladies. It's not only just for women, but I do talk to women. I made a commitment to Michael Shaw, but I first made the commitment to God.
What?
And because I made the commitment to God, I wanted to honor the commitment I made to him. So the topic of the scope was I do, I think. And some days it gets like that in marriages. Woo, Lord, I think I do. I don't know if I do today, but Lord.
What?
Okay. Yes, ladies, it does get like that some days. You're like, Lord, okay, I think I do. And so what I'm just wanted to say, commitment. When you make a commitment, it's first to God and then second to your spouse.
First to your spouse.
It's first to God and then to your spouse.
To me. It's all about me.
So commitment is so important. I certainly love my husband because
I love you too, dear.
Thank you. I know you do. I'm committed to him and he's committed to me for 26 years, soon to be 27 years of honorable marriage to God and to each other. And so we thank God for you all taking the time out tonight. The book is just so it has so many little anecdotes, I say, and a lot of people have read it and they're sending in the reviews. And I would love for you to go and download it and give me your thoughts. We are very down-to-earth people. I do a lot of coaching of women, family relationships, not only just partnerships as far as men and women, but mothers and daughters. There's a lot of hurting women in society today, and a lot of times people don't have the help or someone that they feel comfortable in confiding in. And so I do a lot of coaching with women, and Lord knows I do love women with all my heart, and I want women to have what God has blessed me with, a successful marriage. And it's not about, a lot of times we get in a relationship with a man, and if you heard me earlier, I said I had a list of things that I didn't want him to have. My number one thing was children, because I didn't have children. And so I felt, well, at least I was worth that he didn't have any children. And the other thing that I said earlier, I had two women that helped to mentor me, because I was young and I didn't really know what I was looking for. And so because I had these two women in my corner, they helped me to recognize the qualities in a good man, and the qualities, yes, in a great relationship. And so, hello, Jeanette's World. Good to see you tonight. And so because I had those two women who mentored me, now 26 years later, soon to be 27 years, hello, I am still with the man of my dreams. And so I've been talking from a book, a little book I wrote called The 5 C's of a Successful Relationship. Thank you all. Yes, thank you for reminding me. Is there anyone that has any questions they would like me to answer on tonight? I'm talking from my ebook.
How did you put up with me for 26 years?
Oh my goodness, that's a whole other scope, and it's way too involved. That's a whole other ebook, not just from this book, but a whole other ebook. So I love relationships. I love successful. Yes, very funny, very funny.
Who said that?
I love successful relationships. So we're just here. Yes, dear. Okay, he wants to talk, but I want to show the book. The ebook, it's available online on my website, womenofexcellence.biz. There's been quite a few downloads, and I did say all this week I would dedicate talking about relationships and the 5 C's of a successful relationship, how I've been able to love this man for 26 years of marriage.
Well, hello, people out there. I just wanted to say that I thank God for this lovely woman who God has blessed me with for 26 glorious years. Soon to be 27. And of the 5 C's, one was commitment. And I just want to say to the individuals out there, whether it be men or women, but when you decide, when you make up in your mind to commit to one person, it is easy. A lot of times, the issue is we haven't made up in our mind to commit to that individual. And so we can be so easily led astray by other individuals. I'm part of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. And when I met my wife, I was hanging out with my frat and young in my 20s. And, you know, the mindset then is not to be tied down to one woman. But I was brought up in a wholesome household where my mother and father had been together 45 years. And I was also brought up in the church, and I was ready to commit to one woman.
Okay, so there you have it, from a man's perspective and a woman's perspective. So he said, my wonderful husband, hey, hello, Linda Hargrove. Yes, Janae. He said when a man makes up in his mind that he's ready to commit, then he will commit. So I love that. And I said something similar to that in the book. If you have to convince or coerce a man to be in a relationship with you, it's not going to work. And I also said that what you start out doing, you will have to keep up. And in the book, I said they do not. You forgive me for laughing. I'm sorry, Lynn, but you will be able to go and watch the replay. I said that they do not make stilettos comfortable enough to chase after a man. So I want to thank you. I'm so sorry about the technical issues. Thank you to those who are leaving hearts. I certainly appreciate it. And you are able to go and watch the replay. I certainly love each and every one of you for taking time out. I know how it is when you work a 9 to 5 and you just have so much. Yes. But please do take the time to watch the replay. My husband will be here with me all week, and we will be talking about the 5 C's, yes, of a successful relationship. And one thing, let me tell you, it's successful because the woman. Okay. I'm Patricia Shaw, the Women of Excellence advocate. I am a certified. You didn't get your, okay, yes, Lynn, because yes, you'll get it today. I'm Patricia Shaw, the Women of Excellence advocate, certified professional relationship coach. 26 years of marriage successfully, and I thank God for it. I am a best-selling author and a transformation speaker. I thank you for taking the time to be here with me today. The 5 C's of a successful relationship. One person said in a session we hosted, he said, "It are hard, but it can be did." So I'm sharing that with you today. It are hard, but it can be did. Okay. You all have a good evening. Thank you.